Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today you join me here for another video on the wonderful Icon of the Seas. It's been a few days since we got off the inaugural voyage out of Miami and we absolutely loved it. The ship is incredible. There really is so much to do, so much to see. It's just an incredible ship and an incredible experience. If you want to check out any of our other videos, they'll be down in the description below. There's a handy dandy playlist there for you to enjoy. And I'd also like to take a moment very quickly to say, if you're new to the channel, welcome. We make lots of cruise content on a variety of different cruise lines and cruise ships, and also the occasional theme park video as well. We would really appreciate if you could consider subscribing by hitting that button down below, as it really helps us out a bunch. In this video, however, I wanted to talk about the kids' activities on board. Obviously, when you go on your cruise with little ones, you want to make sure that there's enough to do for them, that they're going to be excited and entertained. And what I wanted to do in this video is break down Icon of the Seas and go through some of the different activities that they ran throughout the ship, talk about the different venues, the different things that you can get up to really make your experience worthwhile. I've got the handy dandy cruise planners with me as well, so we can have a little look in there potentially at any of the activities that are running on the wonderful Icon of the Seas. So let's jump into the video.
Welcome back to the channel.
Ready for another cruise? Let's go!
Now what I wanted to start with was talking about Surfside, which is the brand new neighbourhood here on Icon of the Seas. And this is an area that's been specifically designed for kids, for families to all enjoy. And it's an absolutely beautifully designed area. It's so much fun, it's colourful, there's something for everyone. I really love what they've done here. It's an absolutely fabulous neighbourhood located on decks 6 to 8. You've got a variety of different pieces that make up this really unique neighbourhood. And what I thought I'd do is go through some of the different activities, some of the different kind of areas you've got here within this neighbourhood, so that you can obviously decide whether or not it's a suitable area for you to take your little ones, and if there's enough for you to do. Now, Surfside is a really fun, quirky area. It's really colourful. You've got a little bit of an outdoor space, but there's also lots of indoor activities as well. The thing that really impressed me the most, however, is that the Royal Caribbean are using this area for activities at any time of the day. During the day, that you'll find they have a variety of different events on outside, everything from hula hoop to sports events. They had archery at one point. They have face painting, which is complimentary. There's balloon animals, which again is complimentary and really good fun. There's a silent disco, they do parties, they've got a climbing frame. There's so much going on here, and they kind of utilise the space throughout the day, and each day you'll find there's this kind of family party or family festival, and they bring out all these different activities, giant skittles and bowling, and they've got you know, Connect 4 and all these kind of lovely kind of games and stuff, and just encourage little ones to have a laugh and play. And what's great is you can come along with your little ones and play these activities with them. You're encouraged to, you know, be a kid almost, and it's just great to see that the activities are being run throughout the day, you know, every day of your cruise for the families. Now in the evening, you'll also find they do a lot of evening events, such as a silent disco. They do different kind of music events. There's even a bedtime story where they kind of get up and kind of do a little bit of an interactive puppet show and read the little ones a bedtime story, which is absolutely fantastic to see. We did that on night 1, and as the video is playing, I'll be sharing you some footage as well as the various different areas I'm talking about. But we really enjoyed the bedtime story. It was so much fun, and even the adults were having a bit of a laugh as well. But it's just fantastic, the activities they do here. The area itself, again, is really colourful. It's very pretty. It's very pleasing to the eye. You've got a large flamingo kind of statue there, and almost like a little ring donut down the bottom. You've also got a slide that goes from the deck 8 all the way down to deck 6, which is a crazy thing to say, but what I love about it is that even the adults were getting on it. It's not just the little ones that were using it. They had adults going down and having fun, having a laugh and enjoying themselves. It was great to see. You've got the carousel obviously in the centre, which is really good fun, again complimentary, as well as the playscape area where little ones can go climbing and go up into the little kind of hut and talk and just be little ones. It's a great little area. Of course, at the very rear of kind of Surfside end of the ship, you've got the splash area for the kids. There is a little baby area as well, so the really young ones and stuff can still enjoy the pool, and the splash area is fantastic with lots of different kind of squirty water cannon things, different water slides, buckets that fall on you. It really is great. Again, what I like about the pool area is that they thought about the adults. You've got a large bench that goes around the pool area, and you can actually sit there and keep an eye on your little ones, or if you prefer to be in the actual water themselves, you can go into the water just in kind of in front of the splash area, if you like, right at the rear of the ship, and you can kind of sit there. And again, you've got a direct eyesight to the splash area. So if you've got little ones that, you know, like ours, want to be running around constantly, but you'd rather kind of sit and lay low somewhere, you can do that while still keeping an eye on your little one, but obviously enjoying the pool yourself. So again, they've thought about everything here. There's lots of seating, there's lots of sun lounges. It's fantastic in that regard. Now obviously a big part of your cruise is eating and drinking, and obviously little ones are no exception. They always want to snack and pick at different bits and bobs, and Surfside has some fantastic dining options. They've got something called Surfside Eatery, which is a lovely little kind of buffet area, and Surfside Bites, as well as Pier 7. Now Surfside Eatery and Surfside Bites are fully complimentary, and Pier 7 has a small additional upcharge, which has just changed just today actually as I record this video, where it's $15 for 2 plates of food, and it's kind of anything from chicken tenders to burgers, salads, all kind of different stuff. But it's kind of a more adulty kids menu, if that makes sense. It's, you know, it's designed just to be a specialty dining option. You don't have to dine there. There's stuff for kids, but there's stuff for adults as well. Lovely little venue at the rear of the ship by the splash area. Again, entirely up to you if you want to do it. The menu and the food did look really nice, but we didn't do it for our particular voyage. We chose to stick with Surfside Eatery and Surfside Bites. Now both of those again are complimentary. Surfside Bites is kind of your grab and go right by the pool areas. They've got soft serve ice cream, pizza toasties, there's pizza, fries, popcorn chicken, churros, all that kind of stuff that little ones you know, love to eat. And Surfside Eatery is the buffet just next door, and this was fantastic. This has got to be one of the best new venues on any cruise ship. I just love the fact that they really delved into the idea that this area is for kids. Now, in the main buffet and Windjammer and stuff, you'll find things like pizza and chicken nuggets, hot dogs. But in Surfside Eatery, they've kind of taken that and made it a little bit more kind of kid friendly, and turning a hot dog into like a pirate ship roll, as they call it, and it will have mac and cheese on and bacon bits. And they've done, you know, they've changed the names of things to be fun and quirky. You can get things like plain pasta if your little ones want something simple like that. There's fries, they've got steak, they've got lots of lovely little dishes here. And again, I'll put some footage up and stuff of what we had here from our voyage, and it's fantastic. The kids love it. It's also open for breakfast, lunch and dinner, and you can stay there the whole day. It's fantastic. What I really love with Surfside is that if you choose to get up in the morning and go lay a towel down on a bench, you can spend all your time in the water park kind of splash area as well as the pool. You can go for lunch and then head back to the pool and the other activities and stuff on. You don't have to leave Surfside. If you want to stay there the whole entire day, you can. That's an option. It really is designed to keep families in one place if they want, and give them everything they could possibly need. Now, alongside all these kind of different eateries, you've got a couple of other different venues there in the Surfside area. You've got the arcade, the carousel that we've already touched on, and the sweet shop. Now, the sweet shop is an additional charge, a variety of different kind of candy and sweets available. The arcade is also an additional charge with fairly reasonable prices. And don't forget that you can also block your C card out with a certain amount. So if, for example, you wanted to give your little one, say, a $20 spending limit, you can do that. Or if you want to kind of block it entirely until you're there, you can do that too. Just remember to do that, because otherwise a large bill can be very easily had with all the fun you can have in the arcade. But again, we love the area of the ship. It's really nice, it's really fun, and all the different activities and stuff they do, we really like. Just the family feel, you know, you don't have to leave Surfside if you don't want. It really is a fantastic area of the ship, and I hope that you enjoy it if you do sail on Icon of the Seas. Now, moving outside of Surfside, you've got the other areas of the ship as well. And I wanted to first start with Adventure Ocean, which is the kids club on board. Now, very conveniently, it is located on deck 6, just below the Surfside area that we've been talking about. Now, Adventure Ocean again has the different kids clubs for babies, the kind of middle age groups, and obviously the older kids as well. And all these activities and stuff get run throughout the day in the kids clubs. They're structured activities with fairly reasonable hours. The kids club hours were 9 till 12. 2 till 5, and then 7 through till 10 p.m. Those are all complimentary, and then from 10 p.m. till 1 a.m. there's an additional charge. So again, the first kind of 3 blocks are complimentary hours, and then the 10 p.m. until 1 a.m. is an additional charge of $10 per hour. And the staff in there are fantastic as usual. They really kind of learn your kid's name, you know, really interact with them, give them lots of care and attention. They do anything from colouring to playing with Play-Doh, you know, drawing. They did all sorts. They were making capes one day for superhero night. They do face paint sometimes. There's lots of different activities the staff do. and it's really, really fantastic to see. They can also take your little ones to dinner or lunch for you if you wish as well. And again, ask your staff member more about this as well, as it varies a little bit per cruise, but they are able to do that for you as well. But it's located just below Surfside on deck 6, very convenient location, and again, fantastic activities and a fantastic space here for kids. You also have in the Kids Club area what they call the AO Theatre. Now this is an area that's utilised for a variety of different activities, but the main one is the puppet show on board. Now this is a fantastic little event. I definitely recommend checking it out. It's about 20 minutes long or so, the show, but it's really, really nice and it's interactive. All the kids tend to sit at the front, the adults at the back, and the adults will enjoy it too, by the way, but it's a lovely little puppet show. They've got bubbles and snow foam and different lights and sounds and stuff going on. It's really, really fun, and we've done it on Wonder of the Seas and Icon, and we've enjoyed it each and every time. So again, definitely recommend checking that out in Adventure Ocean. Now next up, I wanted to move up to Thrill Island, and this is the kind of water park and the real kind of fun outdoor area on Icon of the Seas. It is absolutely fantastic. I'm sure you've all seen the photos and you're interested to hear about what it's like, and it's absolutely exceptional. Obviously you've got the Thrill Island water park with the category 6 slides, as they call them, and this is a lovely little area with a variety of different slides, and you can do it from a fairly young height as well. I'll put the kind of age restrictions and stuff up, the weights and stuff up here on the screen for you now, and again, you can take your little one to that, and as long as they're tall enough and you will meet the kind of criteria for the various different rafts and slides, you can do that, and it's absolutely fantastic. It's so much fun. You know, these are record-breaking slides on a cruise ship, and the kids absolutely love them. The amount of times that you kind of get repeats and stuff, just go over and over again, was just fantastic to see. You've got drop slide, you've got raft slides, and they vary kind of intensity as well. So if you just kind of want to do a little bit of a tamer slide, you can, or if you're a full-blown thrill seeker, you have that option as well. But category 6 water park at Thrill Island is a must-do. It's awesome. Also in Thrill Island you have Deserted, which is the milkshake bar. This is an additional charge. However, if you've got kids, it is a nice little activity to do. We took our little ones there for a milkshake one day as a treat. It's a little bit pricier, around $18 for a milkshake, but you'd probably pay that at a theme park or a nice restaurant. But it has, you know, some of the piñatas and candy on the glass and all that kind of stuff. And again, it's nice to do as a family. It's a little bit of a treat, so definitely check that out. You also have mini golf up here in Thrill Island. This course is really fun. It's really quirky. They've got a plane, there's a pirate ship, and they've got some interactive little kind of exhibits as well, and I really like that. So on one of the plane holes, you can kind of move this propeller, and it makes the propeller spin, and that's kind of cool. You've got a submarine thing when you pull a handle, and the kind of hatch and stuff opens of the submarine, which is different, and you know, adds a little kind of dimension to the golf, and we really enjoyed it. You've got the sports court area here as well, and I was really impressed with the size of the sports court and how they split it up. So you generally have a side for kind of football and a side for basketball. So if you've got little ones that prefer, you know, football or soccer as opposed to basketball or tennis, they can play that, or someone else plays something else. And they run things like tournaments here, and they've got, you know, soccer crossbar challenge and basketball, and I think you know, tennis and all this kind of stuff, which is fantastic. Just behind that, you've got the rock climbing, maybe aimed at more kind of older kids and what have you, but if you've got someone that meets the height requirements, they've got a giant rock climbing wall here with a variety of different levels and difficulties, and you can enjoy that. There's Crown's Edge here, which is the new experience as well. Now this is really, really cool. It's the kind of zip line, if you like, on the ship, where you kind of go around on a platform, it drops, and then you zip line around. Really fun. I must admit, this does have a rather steep charge of $90 a person at the moment, so it's personal preference as to whether you feel that it's worth it. I think it's quite a cool experience, but maybe a little bit on the pricey side, but really, really fun and cool nevertheless. You also have a couple of other bits dotted around the ship. There's like a little climbing area by El Loco in the pools. Again, kind of fun for kids. There's a handy dandy little green slide in the pool area as well to go from one deck to the next. Again, different, adults were using it. A fun little thing for kids though, and every time we went past it, our boy wanted to go down it and he had a blast. You've also got table tennis areas dotted around the ship for you to enjoy. Loved going into there and having a quick game. It really is fantastic, the options here they've got for the little ones. It really is cool. Now, looking into more of the kind of entertainment activities and stuff on board, obviously from like the likes of the Cruise Compass, I wanted to touch on some of the kind of activities they run throughout the day and how they aim those towards kids. There's a karaoke spot on the ship which is fantastic in the Royal Promenade, and what I loved about this this venue again, is that they've split it between adults and kids. So there's always kind of adult karaoke on in the evening, but there's also a couple of evenings where they do like a kids karaoke, and it's great to see that they've dedicated some specific time, you know, each day and what have you, to allow little ones or younger ones to kind of enjoy karaoke as well as the adults. So I think, for example, the teen karaoke ran one night from about 6 till 7, allowing obviously teenagers a chance to do their kind of thing and have a bit of a karaoke session if they wanted to. It's not just about adults, and that's what's fantastic about this ship. In terms of the other shows and stuff, they have the Wizard of Oz on board. You've got Starburst Elemental Burst, which is the ice skating show on board, and you also have Aqua Action, which is a must-see in the Aquadome. One thing that really impressed me with the shows, again, they're all superb quality. You know, the singing and dancing is amazing, and each one of them kept our kids entertained. The Wizard of Oz, for example, is nearly a 2-hour show, and our 4-year-old was able to sit and watch all the way through it, which is kind of mind-boggling, really. There's not many things that would keep him that interested, but he absolutely loved it. So I would definitely recommend checking out Wizard of Oz with little ones. It's really, really cool. Aqua Action is awesome as well, as is the Starburst Elemental Ice Show. And another addition as well is the Royal kind of Once Upon a Time King Show, I think it's called, in the ice skating ring. And this is an ice skating show specifically designed for kids, following Humpty Dumpty and some of his best friends in this kind of royal city as they try and find a golden orb that's gone missing. Again, it's a fantastic show that they've designed for little ones and kids. It's about an hour long, I think it was nearly. And it's just great. It's fun. It's, you know, colourful and exciting. It keeps them engaged. It keeps them wanting to watch it, and we really appreciate that. Not only have you got the shows for adults, but you've got shows like that you can take your little one through throughout the cruise. Particularly if you think that for maybe a week on board, obviously they may get bored of certain activities. They probably won't though, because they are that good. But it's nice that you can mix up your day and say, right, today or this afternoon we're going to go and visit a show, and then you can do the kind of other stuff like the splash area again and the golf and all these fun activities. But the entertainment on board really is top notch. The shows are fantastic, and I can't think of any show that the little ones wouldn't sit through and enjoy. We had a 4-year-old on our cruise and a teenager at 14, and both of them enjoyed all the shows, particularly, you know, the little kids one and stuff. The ice skating one was really popular with our 4-year-old. He had a giggle and a laugh, and it's just great for kids because it's a very, very interactive. Now, for the older kids, there are other activities done throughout the cruise as well. You'll often find the teen club running as well, and this is a fantastic venue on board. They've got little kind of hangout areas where you can listen to music on your kind of MP3 player, select a song and it plays it through all the different stereos and what have you there. There's phone chargers in there as well, as weird as it sounds. If you're a teenager and just want to sit and hang and Snapchat and all that kind of stuff that teenagers do, you can do that. There's little kind of table areas which are actually computer screens, and you can play different games. And there's even like PS5 stations as well. So if you just want to sit in there and play a game of FIFA or Call of Duty or whatever it is, they've got those in there as well. They turn the ice skating rink into an ice skating venue as well. And again, if you meet the requirements, which I think is 5 years and older, but subject to change, you can go in there and enjoy some ice skating. There's even laser tag, which goes on throughout the ship, but it is very, very limited on space. So if you see laser tag in the cruise planner, go into the daily app, the Royal Caribbean app, and into the daily planner section, and you can book and reserve that in there. But again, different kind of venues, activities popping up here for the little ones and the older teens. Some really, really fantastic options. Now, the last thing I wanted to throw in there in terms of kids' activities are obviously the other kind of game shows and trivia that gets run by Royal Caribbean throughout your cruise. Looking on the cruise planner here now, at the bottom here, you've got the family game show, Majority Rules and Spotlight Karaoke. And they do a couple of the different events throughout the week, again, aimed at families and having a little bit of a laugh. These are in addition to all of the other kind of entertainment that you have on in the evening, more aimed towards the adults and what have you. But again, loads of different activities on throughout the day. You'll find trivia on things like flags, airport codes, sports, music, movies, lots and lots going on. There really is lots of activities run throughout the day. I definitely recommend each night, if you've got the little ones, take a look at the cruise planner and sit down together. Make it a family activity where you can sit down and say, what is it you want to do tomorrow? is there any particular show you want to see, what's on in the morning, what's on in the afternoon, and you can kind of plan your day a little bit. It's nice to obviously do the kind of items again that they always want to do, the splash area and the goal, but it's nice that you can get a bit of structure and highlight things, or add things to your Royal Caribbean app, and it will pop onto there. So lots to do on this ship. It really is amazing. You'll have such a good time on Icon of the Seas. So there we have it. If you've made it this far, I really appreciate you watching the video. I know I waffled a lot here about the different kids activities and all the different exciting stuff to do on board, but that really is because it is a fantastic ship for little ones and for the older kids as well. Whether you've got young babies or kind of toddlers, young children or teenagers, you'll find an activity on board to do. Again, the Surfside area, the family area on board has been really well designed and stuff here to allow you to kind of enjoy all the different activities and kind of in one place that a little one may want to do. But you've also got the other little venues around as well where you can go and enjoy the different events, activities and spaces on board. But some fantastic options here. Really enjoyed the ship. It's amazing. I can't say enough positive things about it. Of course, if you'll consider cruising on Icon of the Seas with any of your children and you have any questions at all about the activities, booking, what it's like, how we found the cabin, the situation with food, whatever it may be, please leave a comment down below and I can answer them as best as I possibly can for you. Again, if you're new to the channel, please consider hitting that subscribe button. We're Coast to Coasters and we make cruise content for all of you here on YouTube, and we really appreciate the support. That, however, is enough talking for me. We will see you in the next video on Icon of the Seas. Many thanks for watching.
Welcome back to the channel.
Ready for another cruise? Let's go!